Hi, I'm Trey,
And I'm Sabrina.
and we love to travel and find hidden treasures of chocolate.
And we want to share what we've been learning with you,
So come join us.
Chocoholics.
Hi, Sabrina.
Trey.
It's a cold day in Springfield, Missouri. That's where we're at. Yeah, I forgot.
We've been in Branson with our folks celebrating your mother's
80th birthday. Happy birthday, Mom.
Yeah. And there's a lot of chocolate and fudge in Branson, but this is the place we wanted to go to.
And this is the place to go.
Yeah, it's a bean to bar, and it's called
I can't pronounce it. We have to go look.
Askinosie.
Askinosie.
Askinosie. Sorry, guys, we messed
Yeah,
up.
we
but
just brutalized that.
we did. That's the name of the founder.
Yes.
But the person we talked to today was Kevin, super informative, told us all about the operations here. They have Chocolate University where they do a lot of outreach to the community. There's a program where they have local kids go to Tanzania and see the farms where the beans are produced.
Right. And so they work closely with the farmers in these countries and go produce particular beans for their particular chocolate.
Total legit bean to bar.
Bean to bar all the way. And yeah, just gorgeous. Love the building, love the brick building and the tall doors. And but it is a factory. It's definitely a factory. Delicious also.
So we're going to go home and try some of these, and then we'll let you know how they are.
Yeah, but right now we're going to get in the car and warm up because it is cold.
Head to Kansas City.
Head home.
All right. Thanks, Trey.
Awesome. Thanks. Take two. Hi, Sabrina.
Hi, Trey.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, thanks.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. We've been traveling.
Yeah.
We've been a lot of time on planes and trains and boats and buses yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we went to Branson, which we celebrated your mother's 80th birthday. And then as we're driving back.
Happy birthday, Mom.
We stopped in Springfield, Missouri at Askinosie Chocolates.
Askinosie Chocolate. We brutalized, just a pre-apology, we brutalized it in the video in front of the store.
name.
We just really tortured it. Sorry about that. We apologize. Not going to edit it out.
Yeah.
Here's our formal public apology.
It was so interesting when we went to this store. You know, you're expecting it's in such a cute little area and this little chocolate store, and you're kind of expecting to see this little cute chocolate store. Well, it's not a chocolate store. It's a factory.
Yeah, it's a chocolate factory.
Yeah.
We walked into this brick building with big old doors and windows, looked gorgeous, and then saw inventory and machinery and boxes, and then over in the corner is this little spot that had all of the product and a little cash register, and it's like, oh, okay, so it is a retail shop. And people came through while we were there.
Yeah.
There was a number of people that came through. It was kind of fun.
Yeah, and I love they also had like their mission well visible, that you could really see what they're about. They're about the people. They're about the farmers. This is a bean to bar shop, totally. They don't really have much more beyond the bars. Some things, like we tried what's up here is the s'mores bites, and that kept us entertained while we were
on the road, while we were driving. Yeah.
But I really think the thing they shine in is their bars.
Yeah, I want to back up a little bit because this is a very purposeful company. They know their purpose. They know their why. And then they're very good about their what to support their why.
Yeah.
Very purposeful in doing good and sustainability and relationship and education. They know what they're about, and it was impressive. Really was.
I do feel like they're doing a lot of good in the world.
I do too, and good on you for it.
Yeah, like even the packaging, very rustic packaging, but unique. I just loved it. Like it's like tied with a piece of string, and they even had a rubber band holding on
Right.
one of the products that we bought.
It was sealed inside, though. The chocolate was sealed inside. They were not just loose.
For sure.
You know.
And the ones that we tried, we kind of had a little tasting test. They actually have a tasting box that with complete instructions, and it looked like a lot of fun. And we decided instead to put our money on the big bars. And so we just got a set of 4 bars and did our own little tasting party using our little wheel that we got from Seattle Chocolate. And this was kind of fun. We actually spent some time really trying to figure out the flavor profiles of each of these single origin bars.
Yeah, it was a very cool experience. In my head, I imagined elevation to begin with. I tried to clear my mind, put the chocolate in my mouth, let it melt, breathe it in a little bit, and then said, how high up from ground to treetop was I tasting? And then once I narrowed that down, then I thought, well, what flavor profiles are at that height? So if I was thinking, oh, this is pretty close to the ground, then I was thinking dirts and vegetables and
leather, the earthiness.
Yeah, trees maybe. And it just was
Those were
very
like
fascinating.
The low notes, and then the high notes you were thinking more.
Yeah, so if I was way up high, I was thinking citrus and fruits and those type of things. Middle was berries and maybe some of the leather, those type of things.
It was fun to use the wheel.
Fun. Yeah.
Because I could I'm not as good at this as Trey is. I just don't have maybe the imagination or I don't have quite the taster that Trey does, but it helped me to use this because it's like, well, yeah, that does taste earthy. And then it gives you some options like musk, truffle, wood, soil, mushroom, leather. And once I got to earthy, I was kind of like, oh, that's kind of like a wood taste somehow. This is so snobby, I have to tell you.
Yeah, it is.
This is very similar to what people who taste wine analyze wine.
It feels similar.
The high notes, the low notes, the fruitiness, the woodiness.
Taste the tannin in this chocolate.
But it's fun.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun, and I don't think there's anything wrong because I think 2 people can taste the same chocolate and have different notes and highlight or notice different notes. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
I agree. And when we're talking about these different tastes, you're just talking really about the cacao bean and how each cacao bean from the region are different.
I think even farms could be different.
Yes.
Right? I think the soil, the fertilizer, whatever's growing around, elevation, drought.
How long you decide to ferment it for, how long you decide to roast it will also impact the flavor profiles of each of the chocolates. Because all that's in here is sugar, cacao bean, and then the milk fat, sorry, not milk, but the fat from the cacao bean. They extract all the fat when they make the liqueur, and then they add in.
Back in.
Yeah, and that tells you like this one's a 72%. So that number is based on how much of the cacao fat are they adding back in.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
All the way around.
We're having a good time.
It was delicious. The cranberry. We bought a white chocolate cranberry because the color was so beautiful.
Oh, this just smells so good.
Yeah.
I mean, when I set these out here, this smell just wafted, and it's that lovely cacao smell that you get. And I love these bars that they're quite thick. They're just a little bit thicker than
the Theo bars.
But if you hear this, they got a nice snap to them. The reason that we aren't doing any tasting today is because, as Trey was saying, it takes time to really absorb the flavor and to kind of try to figure that out. We didn't want to spend like 15 minutes.
Right. But that doesn't mean we don't recommend it, because we do recommend it.
Go have your own tasting party.
Have your own tasting party. Now, one of the things that Askinosie does that I really appreciate is they buy it from the same grower, the same farm, and they source their beans from one place. And so they don't mix their beans. They have a few products that are mixed beans, but when they say a single origin, it's coming from a single farm, a single producer, and that way the flavor is consistent.
Yeah.
much more than those that combine beans.
And also, well, that's not exactly true, because sometimes when you combine the beans, you can get, like Theo does, don't they?
Yeah, well, I find that when they combine beans, unless they get the exact same ratio of beans from the same farmer, etc.
Yeah.
But, we've eaten, when it says this bar's from the Dominican Republic, you can taste differences from Dominican Republic beans.
That's right.
And so it's not the same. Anyhow,
yeah.
I think this is very singular, and I like that. Again, purposeful.
Yeah.
So
I love the nibs.
Oh yeah, the nibs were amazing.
They're beautiful, and they're crunchier than some of the nibs that I've had, like from other places. They're bitter. If you don't like nibs, you're not going to like these. But this is the very beginning. These are whole beans, really, but at near the beginning of the processing. And they're fun. You like to add these. I think they're wonderful, like with peaches and a little honey, and you put some nibs on them.
Yeah, I add it to smoothies, kind of making it a crunchy smoothie. I don't know, but I love putting nibs in lots of things, brownies and ice cream.
Let's go bake some brownies.
Okay, I'm for it.
Well, I hope you guys have your own tasting party and learn about what chocolates you like the best.
Yeah. Go out and find a new chocolate place. Let us know who it is, what it is, where it is, and
we'll track it down.
And we'll track it down. We love that. Don't forget to hit subscribe. We're up to 39 subscribers.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! 39. We got to bless that 40 though.
Well, happy chocolate tasting, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Be well.